Well, hi my friends. This is Jay and I am back with another stitch tutorial. And I just love this beautiful stitch. This is stitch tutorial number 5. We're moving right along. I told you it's going to be fun, exciting, and then it's short, and it just gives a nice feeling of, oh man, to do a stitch and then just relax and not have to worry about, a large project. So let's get into, let me show you stitch number 5, because it's simple, but it's really pretty. But first of all, how many of you remember or you have this cup from Joann's? Oh, I bought this cup about 2 years ago. I think it was in Joann's. It was real popular in lots of colors, but I only bought it in this one, I think. You never know. Another one might pop up that I have forgotten about. But it says, knit happens. And so I thought, well, let me pull my cup out. That looks pretty. And of course, I have some more of these little twirly needles. Any of you have these too? Remember I asked you? I said I have, when Joann's store was selling them, they would sell them, they didn't come in a set, that's what I want to say. So you'd have to check every week or every other week to see if a new color had come in. So I would just go over there almost every week because I was so enamored. I wanted these needles and I wanted them in every color. So I thought, well, this is a good way for me to just share some of my knitting supplies that I don't usually use because it's just too hard to try to find all that stuff and then put it all back. You just go back to your regular stuff. But those are needles, and I will show you other things as we move along on these stitch tutorials. There's Bird. And so now, here is stitch number 5. Let me show it to you. Let me bring it close to the camera. It's a beautiful vertical stitch. Beautiful lace because, we're getting ready we're in spring, and so we didn't have any winter. So we'll be moving to summer. So I'm going to be concentrating, like I said before, on a lot of lace style stitches or type stitches. Just because to keep it nice and light and pretty, for the summer. And then, of course, the back. This is another real simple one. I'm starting out on my first go around on these first ones. First group, very simple, where we're keeping the rows short, and most of the rows, if I can, they will be purls, on the wrong side. So here's the purl side or the wrong side of the fabric, and you can see how smooth it is, and it just gives you a nice sense of accomplishment to do the stitch, but not have a lot of rows, but come out with this oh so pretty textured lace stitch that I believe I'm going to have a project for this one. I believe I'm going to take it to the next level, and I may come up and do a project with this one. So, what do you think? This is stitch number 5, and I know you can do it. I believe you will love it. And like I said, I'm thinking of a project, and you may have a thought too. So, now, right before I came on, you had a chance to see the information sheet. Now, on the information sheet, it's just a little write-up, just because some people like to have something in writing that they can see. All right, this stitch, number 5, is a multiple of 4 plus 1. 4 stitches, 4 repeats, plus 1 at the end. So I took 4 times 8. I got 32. I added the 1, so I have 33 decorative stitches here. Now on the sheet, information sheet, you can see my working formula. It's B3. That means just a border of 3. Now if you were making this into something else, or a little blanket or a little throw or something else, you can make that border anything you like and increase your repeats. But for this sample, it's B3 plus the 33 of the lace stitches here, and then I end it with another B3, so the border of 3 stitches on each end. And if you add all those numbers up, you have a cast on of 39 stitches. 39 stitches so that we can start working. Now, after you cast on, go ahead and knit 2 rows. Go ahead and knit 2 rows. I may have left that off, but I'm telling you now. Just go ahead and knit 2 rows. And I will see you back, and we will be ready just that quick to work row number 1, which is the right side. All right, back in just a minute. All right, let's get started on this beautiful lace. Now, we're starting. Of course, I've worked a repeat so that you have something to kind of look at. You've knit 2 rows, and we are ready. This is the right side, and it's row 1. Row 1 reads, knit 1, yarn over, knit 3, yarn over, knit 1, and repeat that to the end of the row. Well, now that's nice and simple. Seems like we're getting off to a good start. So, of course, the first thing I have to do is to knit my border stitches. Okay, then I slide my marker, and let's go again. It'll be on the screen for you to follow with me. Knit 1, yarn over. Now knit 3. 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over and knit 1. All right, now go back to the front of the row again, and the repeat is simply yarn over, knit 3. It's 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Yarn over and knit 1. This is right relaxing. Yarn over, knit 3. Now I want you to notice where the stitches fall to. You can be checking your stitches. 1, 2, just to see where they fall in the scheme of things, in the pattern. That's 3. All right, now yarn over. See where the knit 1 will fall right there. There's like a little column there. So knit 1. All right, yarn over, knit 3, yarn over, knit 1. Let's continue, because I have, I kind of went wild with the repeats, didn't I? Well, it was only 4, multiple of 4. Okay, so yarn over, knit 3. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, see where knit 1 falls right there. It lines up with that column. Okay, of course you're down here at the bottom, so you really don't have anything to kind of judge it on yet, but you will. Hold on. Yarn over, knit 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now yarn over, knit 1. It goes all the way to the end. Yarn over, knit 3. Right, now yarn over, knit 1. Almost there. Yarn over, knit 3. Get some yarn. That's 1. That's 2. And that's 3. And then yarn over and knit the last stitch. Stitch right there. Knit 1. Slide the marker, and we have just, oops, there we go. We have just worked across your first row, the right side, row number 1 of this pretty lace. I just love this color. Don't y'all like this color? I think that's, I'm telling you, just picking out the colors is a lot of fun. This is just leftover yarn, people, scrap yarn. It's not enough yarn to make anything large, so that's why I'm using a lot of the Caron Simply Soft. But look at that. All right, now listen. Row 2, in all wrong side rows, you simply purl when you turn the work, you will do the borders, of course, and then in between the markers, all the decorative stitches, the pattern stitches, you simply purl, and then do the last in the border. You knit it. So I will, now, you can see we have a lot of yarn overs. This is an easy stitch, but this is building your sense of rhythm, because you get into a rhythm and you can, you can tell, eventually you'll get good enough to tell when your rhythm is off, like, okay, there should have been a yarn over or something. So when you do the purl side, take it slow, don't drop any yarn overs, and I will see you back on row 3. Really pretty. All right, we have finished row 1, and we took our time and we purled on row 2. And this happened to me, so I thought, well, I'll just wait and correct it on camera. After I finished purling, you know how you, like I said, eventually, once you practice and you've been knitting a while, you can tell when the rhythm is off or look like you missed something. All right, so there's so many yarn overs that it's impossible for you to know about how many stitches you should have. But I believe it's 48 stitches when we get ready to start working row 3, because on row 1 we put yarn over so many on. So let me just show you how to go back and check. Maybe when you got through with row 2 and before you want to start row 3, you think, oh, it looks off or something, I'm not sure. Then you go back and you look at your stitches. Just read them and touch them across the row as you go. So for instance, here is the knit 1. I'm going to pull it up as close as I can. Knit 1, yarn over. Now, then there's 1, 2, 3, and then it ends with a yarn over. Then there's a knit 1. Do it in sequence. Just get yourself a little sequence. The little sequence is yarn over, 1, 2, 3, yarn over. Then knit 1. All right, let's go again. Yarn over, 1, 2, 3, yarn over. Knit 1. Something you just feel like something's off and you're just trying to check yourself before you go any further. There's that knit 1. Okay, now the sequence is yarn over. It's on the screen. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over. Then there's that knit 1. Then the sequence is yarn over, knit 1, 2, 3, yarn over. There's the knit 1. All right, when I started to check myself, look, yarn over, knit 1, 2, 3. Whoops, there's no yarn over. I see the knit 1, but there's no yarn over between it. So even I had just I missed a yarn over. So I immediately, quickly get a marker, some type of little place to mark it. And we can take care of that when we get to it as we go across row 3, so that you don't have to go back. So immediately I marked it, and then I went ahead and checked, and then there should have been a knit 1, then yarn over, knit 1, 2, 3, yarn over. Knit 1, yarn over, knit 1, 2, 3, yarn over, and knit, then you would have had 2 stitches at the end. Knit 2. Does that make sense? All right. I thought, well, why don't I just do that on camera? So if you do make a mistake, it's not in the row you're about to work, or in the probably in the on the wrong side. It's the row, the pattern row above it, which was my row number 1. I left off a yarn over. I missed one. All right, so let me show you how it's going to look as we go across. Now we are working row 3. Well, I guess we need to read row 3. All right, row 3 reads knit 2, slip 1, knit 2 stitches together, pass the slip stitch over. Knit 3, slip 1, knit 2 stitches together, pass the slip stitch over, and repeat across the row, and you will end with a knit 2. Does that make sense? All right. So now, my rhythm just wasn't right when I finished that row. I thought, I feel you just have a little inkling like, well, I don't know, look like I left something off or I missed something. And I missed a yarn over. So now I slide the marker, and now we're going to work row 3 again. Work row 3. It's late, people. 1. It says knit 2, so 1, 2. All right. Now slip 1, knit 2 stitches together, just like this. Reach back and pass that slip stitch over and off the needle. Now we have a knit 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? The next sequence is slip 1 stitch. Now I got to slip 1, knit 2 stitches together, reach back and pass that slip stitch over. And that's it. Now we go back up and we do the repeat. And the repeat is knit 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now it says slip 1, knit 2 stitches together, pass the slip stitch over, knit 3. 1, 2, 3. Slip 1. Knit the next 2 stitches together, reach back and pass the slip stitch over. It's already very humid here. You can hear my needle, just my yarn rubbing. Okay, knit 3. 1, 2, and 3. Slip 1. Knit 2 stitches together, pass the slip stitch over. Okay, I can see I'm coming up to that place. Now if I hadn't marked it, I would have gone to the end and go, oh no, because I'd have been short a stitch. Oh man. Okay, but I as soon as I felt that I need to go back and check it, I did. I found the place where I need to add it, and I've got a marker. Okay, so now I'm at knit 3. 1, 2, 3. Because I could see where I passed that slip stitch over, so I knew next thing was knit 3. Okay, now here we go. Slip 1. Oh, it's really humid. Whew. Knit 2 stitches together, reach back and pass the slip stitch over. All right, now the next thing should be a knit 3, but I am short a yarn over to make it a knit 3. See, I only have 2 stitches when there should be 3. If you look at the sequence and how it spreads, how the knit 3 falls, you will see, oh yeah, I missed something. So I'm simply going to reach down and pick this bar up in between, this long bar, and put it on my left hand needle, just like that. Now I can knit 1, 2, and 3. I'm back in business. Whew, Jay was sweating. Okay. All right, now, next thing is slip 1. Knit 2 stitches together. Pass the slip stitch over. Okay, knit 3. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, slip 1, knit 2 stitches together. Whoops. I'm fighting for my supper tonight, ain't I? Reach back. Don't forget to reach back and pass the slip stitch over. No more mistakes. Okay, and then you see I'm to end with the last 2 stitches, knit 2. So I knit those 2. Whew, Jay was sweating tonight. And then slide the marker and just knit the 3 border stitches. Okay. Let's take a look. And now I can see that I have the yarn over. I came out with the right number. This is a good time, since this is a little tricky and you have so many yarn overs, you can stop right now and count how many stitches you should have for this row. So you'll know 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, and I'm back to, and one extra makes it 33. Because I took care of all the stitches and I got them back, even though I realized I had left a yarn over out. Now, that takes practice. The thing of it is, don't be afraid. It's just yarn, people. It's not going to hurt anything. If I tell you how many times I've had to, when I started, had to pull things and didn't know how to figure things. And little by little, you just learn. All knitting is practice. Practice, practice, practice. And you don't even have to be that smart. Just practice. And you will automatically learn, get into the rhythm of knitting and understand and start noticing, how stitches fall. All right, look, we have finished row 3. So when you turn the work, it's row 4, and it's the last row. So you knit the border stitches, and then you purl all of the pattern into the last 3 stitches and knit those. And voila! This, if you keep practicing, will become this. So let me get the original out again, the one that's finished. So let me just take it down. See if I'm on, if I need to move anything. I hope not. Looks good. Okay. So, with a little practice, a little patience, taking your time, we're not in a race. We are increasing as we go, row by row, stitch by stitch. So what do you think of stitch number 5? Really pretty, really nice, fun to work. Here, let's put those over there. How about that? Increasing your skills. And like I said, I may even do a project from this one. It's a lot of fun, only because it's those 2 rows. But as you can see, even 2 rows, you've got to be on your toes. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining me. This is Jay. This is my Jay stitch tutorial. This was stitch number 5. I hope you give it a try. I'm telling you, it is so exciting once you see it grow and grow, and then when you see the finished piece. So, guess what? We got to get ready for the next one. Stitch tutorial number 6. Wonder what could it be? All right. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you